What is up, my Redemption Online captains? This is Chris Joe, your good buddy. I'm just checking in with you. I know sometimes things are easier to retain when you see them in more than one medium. So text messages, emails are one thing, but when you can see somebody face to face for at least a second, or at least in this case face to screen, it means a little bit more. And when we're online, we're an online community, you have to be a little more intentional with things. There's a thing called the law of entropy. And I came into an encounter with that this week. The law of entropy says that anything that you're not very intentional about results in chaos. It gravitates towards chaos. So if you don't believe me, stop mowing your yard for a couple weeks. See what happens. Stop pulling those weeds around your flowers. Stop cooking your kids dinner at night. See how much chaos you have to deal with. Relationships are this way. At my son's wedding, at Derek's wedding this past weekend, I got to talk about that. That's something I've beaten into his head since he was younger. We both are plagued with a little bit of ADHD, and the line I've used with him came from Darius Daniels years ago, and that is, there's a big difference between good intentions and being intentional. There's a difference between good intentions and being intentional. I can have all the great intentions in the world, but if I don't pick up the phone and talk to somebody that I have a relationship with every now and then, what happens to that relationship? I have to be intentional. As captains, you've got to be intentional with your team. You got to reach out. We don't have the nonverbal communication that people that are live face-to-face have. So you've got to be a little more discerning. You got to look out for who's that person on my team that maybe has checked out a couple times here recently. I need to follow up. I got to follow up and see what's going on with them. As we move forward, we're going to be a little more intentional with the things we do. I'm going to be a little more intentional with the way I do things. Part of the reason you see me here, I'm in my man cave because I had great intentions this morning. I had such good intentions, I blocked out half my day just to do administrative stuff for Redemption Online. And guess what happened? I sat down at work. It was time on my calendar to sit down and do Redemption Online stuff. My employees didn't know that. The minute I started typing, it was like they just lined up at the door and started coming in. I said, you know what? I'll get this done. I'm going to go home. I'm going to go home and I'm going to do this from the house. I had good intentions. Got to the house. The minute I sat down, opened my laptop up, Heather came home. And if you know me and Heather, you know all she's got to do is walk around, and that is too distracting for me. I can't. I pester her so much. I make a life out of pestering her, and I couldn't concentrate. I couldn't get anything done. So I went out to the pool house. I thought nobody will bother me here in the pool house. As soon as I sat down, opened up my laptop, a guy I had doing some landscaping work, working on a retaining wall right there outside the pool house, came back from lunch, and he wanted to talk to me. No matter where I went, with the best of intentions, I couldn't get anything done. So I came out here to my man cave where I could at least reach out to you with the first little video. Hopefully this means something. There's a big difference between good intentions and being intentional. And sometimes you just got to put your phone in airplane mode. You got to get away from everybody and put your nose to the grindstone and get some things done. So what we're asking you to do isn't so difficult. It's just difficult if you have ADHD. Reach out to your team once a week. Look for those people that maybe are straggling a little bit. Do life with them. Reach out to them. See what's going on for them. How can we pray for them? How can we support them? And as we're intentional with this structure, we won't let it gravitate to chaos. We'll let it get away from chaos and to order, because this structure we have that Kelly's put in place is just going to work well. But it requires all of us to be very intentional about what we do. So I hope this helps a little bit. We'll be reaching out to each of you directly this week and take some ideas maybe you've got to continue to form a little bit better structure as we go. Looking forward to everything that this week has planned for us. Can't wait to see you all this weekend. Love you all.